over the last 2 years, after Bob Iger came back and said, hey, we got to make some changes to everything. While I was gone, even though I wasn't really gone, things really fell apart, but I'm here to button things back up. And that resulted in them announcing massive layoffs. Initially, it was supposed to be 7,000 people that got laid off in 2023. That turned into 8,000. And then Bob Iger said, but don't worry. It was hard. We had to let all these people go, but we're done. We're back to getting focused. Now we can run it just as efficiently as we wanted to. The layoffs haven't stopped over the past years. I think there's been 4 or 5 rounds of layoffs, including a surprise announcement yesterday, a little bit after it got done with the stream. In fact, we found out that, no, the Disney bloodbath is not over. More mass layoffs across television, film, and corporate finance. This came out, like I said, just an hour after we got done with Daily. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk about it on Daily yesterday. Disney layoffs cut across TV, film, corporate finance, affecting hundreds of employees. Disney's swinging the axe again, laying off several hundred employees globally across multiple teams. The layoffs are being conducted Monday, affecting teams including both those that handle marketing for both film and TV, publicity, casting, and development, as well as corporate financial operations, sources tell Variety. Disney's positioning the cuts as enhancing its ability to operate more efficiently. Yeah. What else are they going to fucking say?
Sure.
Hey, we need to fucking balance the books. We spend way too much fucking money. We're not bringing in enough money. That's why we did this. No, well, we hurt for the people that aren't around anymore, but, we just thought this would make us more efficient. Of course, that's how they're going to be positioning it. But like I said, this is a consistent thing over the past 2 years. They told us it was going to be bad. They told us thousands of people were going to get laid off, but then they said that was it. This was in 2023. The 7,000 turned out to be 8,000. And then they continued into the next year. Over the last calendar year, I think we've had 5 separate layoffs at Disney. The cuts come just a few months after Disney laid off nearly 200 staffers across its TV and ABC News operations in March. After the company let go 75 across ABC and local stations in October. Last September, the company let go of 300 employees. And in July, Disney pink-slipped 140 employees in the television division. The truth is, this is necessary. This is the result of poor management practices. This is multiple things stacking on each other. Yes. 1, a bloated fucking company. 2, going all in on streaming, which was a massive failure. By going all in on streaming, really cutting the legs out from under your traditional broadcast and cable television networks, which are now seeing declining numbers, and ads aren't what they used to be on those specific channels. And then, of course, you multiply that by all the missteps they've made, not just in the public and how people don't want to support them anymore, but also at the box office. And you're sitting here as a company with a drastically changed entertainment industry. And despite what they may be saying at all these quarterly earnings reports about how happy they are, how they're looking for growth opportunities and looking to hire people, every time they continue to fire more and more and more. They can't cut enough.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, it's going to get worse and worse if they keep, making crap that nobody wants to buy. Who they need to lay off, honestly, they need to go through every person's that feels that they're an activist in the company and just maybe take that out. Maybe they'll make some changes when that happens. But yeah, that it's just going to keep. They're just going to keep firing people to try to save money before they change anything else, and then eventually they'll have no other choice but to change. But the activists have got to go, man. Like they need Doge, man. They need to get Doge in there and figure out why all these ballooned budgets for movies and shows are out there. What's going on with that whole thing? I don't get it.
Yeah, except for Captain America 4. That was only $180 million, Jay. We promise, despite the multiple rounds of layoffs.
Allegedly.
I mean, places like Pixar. Pixar's got another movie coming out that's looking like it's going to bomb. It's called Elio. They spent almost $300 million on that. It was delayed by over a year because they had to completely overhaul it because they didn't know what they were doing. Pixar is a studio within Disney that they pushed out a lot of experienced people. They pushed out a lot of experienced people to bring in activists, to bring in diversity, to bring in people, not because they were good at their job, but because of the color of their skin or who they like to fuck. That's the reality of the things that happen at Walt Disney Animation and at Pixar. They forced out people that made Pixar what it was when Disney bought it. And now, unless it's something that's attached to something that people already like, say Inside Out 2, a sequel like that. And of course, that's why they're announcing Toy Story, 12 and 13 or however many they're going to do, and Frozen 3, because all their original shit over the past several years flops. It's a nightmare.
And it still, like, even changes to their theme parks that make a lot of money, destroying IP such as Star Wars, which I always felt Star Wars should be printing money for them, like it's no one's business. Marvel as well. Now we're at where people do not even care to watch Disney Plus. They've come out and said Disney Plus is a failure. It is a constant thing with this company. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They need to gut out all the activists and bring back people with talent. Hire people for their talent, not for their hashtags and things that they put, flags they fly in their bio. But
yeah, and truthfully, the theme parks and some of the sports deals that they have, like, those are the things that are carrying the company, right?
Yeah.
Whereas traditional linear television, streaming, box office, they're struggling across all these other aspects.